To start with the pants, we first of all cut the strip 6 inches wide and it's 42 inches long. And the first step will be to serge both edges. If you don't have a serger, you could always use just a zigzag stitch on your sewing machine to finish your edges. Now, the next step on your edge of your pants is to make a hem. You will fold the bottom edge up 1/4 inch. And stitch all the way down. The reason we did that this way is because we are going to make 3 pairs of pants out of this strip. At this point, you will put the fabric down so that the right side of the fabric is facing up and fold the fabric into thirds. You'll fold it in half first, but then you'll fold it into thirds after that. Obviously, if you're just making one, you wouldn't have to do all of those steps. Now, the wrong side is facing up. You're going to take your pattern, and because you have a hem in it already, you line up the top edge with the serged edge. The bottom edge is underneath, but it's up a little bit from the bottom. You'll then take your rotary cutter, and you will cut around the edges. If you're not comfortable doing that, or you don't have a rotary cutter, you could trace your lines with a pencil and then cut it out with scissors. The pattern for the clothes is also on the website. We now have 3 pairs of pants ready to sew. When sewing, we start with the crotch seam. We've got 2 pieces of fabric together, right sides facing each other. We start at the bottom end of the crotch, about 3/4 inch in from the edge. We're using a 1/4 inch seam. Start sewing. Sew clear to the top edge and then backstitch a few stitches to secure your threads. Do that with all of your pieces. If you're doing more than one, then you'll do that with all of your pieces before we put in the elastic. Now, when we do the elastic, we have found that we take about 8 yards of elastic and we measure it in 6-inch pieces and mark it with a pen or a pencil, and then we roll it up and put it inside of a plastic bag. Trying to keep it all together. This fell apart. It keeps it from getting tangled up. You can also secure it to something that holds it in place. Place the edge of the elastic next to the serged edge line. Fold it over approximately 1/4 inch. You'll be sewing that right next to the elastic, but not on it. You can secure the end so the elastic doesn't come out, or you can just put a pin in it to hold it in place. Now some people like to use a zipper foot so they can get it right next to the elastic, but what you're doing is sewing right below the elastic. Be sure you don't stitch the elastic or you will have a problem. Then you can gather it up to that first 6-inch mark, fold it over, and stitch starting at the top, back stitch several times so that that end is secure. Sew down the side of the crotch seam to and leaving about 3/4 inch again. And cut your elastic. Okay, the next thing you'll do is sew each leg together. Place the edges together at the bottom. Again, you're doing a 1/4 inch seam back stitch when you begin, holding your edges together, sew to the end of that seam and stop. Then flip it over and you're going to do the same thing on the other leg. Stitch, sew to the end, and stop. Now this part's a little trickier, but not difficult. You're going to take one leg and you're going to stuff it inside the other leg. Notice it's still inside out. And we'll hold it up and show you how that makes a circle on the inside. There we go, the half circle anyway, so you can see that crotch seam and the place that's open. Now that's where we left the 3/4 inch opening, and so we're going to sew that closed now. Cut your shreds, and now turn it right side out, and you have a pair of pants.